today is, if maybe you caught it, today's sponsor, unofficial sponsor, is indeed um, Marmite. And so I have my toast and I have my Marmite, and we're going to actually do this today. So brace yourselves because, yikes, um, I'm very nervous. I don't know what to do about this. But because I'm very nervous and I don't know how to feel about this, I want to get it over as quickly as I can. So we're going to run Snacks on Stream early, and then we're going to get to the tutorial and do all that stuff. So let's give this a try.
That is awful. Oh, God, that's so bad. Jeez. Holy smokes, man.
Yeah, that was the Vegemite from before. So we're all planning on having that exact same reaction here today, and we will definitely see. But today we are trying Marmite, courtesy of Nick and Tarina from Holden. Nick openly admits that he doesn't eat it, but he would like me to. So I know this will make BirdDog Phil Lane's heart very happy. And here I am. It's still sealed up here, so we're going to break that seal and actually give this a go. And wish me luck, folks, because this is my first Marmite experience. Oh, that's not the texture I thought it was going to be. Okay. I'm going to move my keyboard out of the way, and let's get a proper overhead shot here going. So we're going to cut over here to the actual overhead P100. And now the instructions were it needs to be on toast, heavily buttered, heavily buttered, and then the Marmite needs to be scraped over the toast in a very conservative fashion. So that is what we will do. I thought it was a solid. Is it a solid? I got a lot of butter on this knife, by the way. I thought it was a solid, but well, it's kind of a solid. It's more like a syrup. It definitely looks like molasses is what it looks like. So let me know in the comments if you think I'm going to enjoy this. I have no expectations about enjoying this because I don't think I will. But I have been instructed to then scrape it over the toast. And this may be a little bit too much. What is Marmite, you might ask? Well, evidently it is a yeast extraction during the beer making process. And so they just had so much left over from the beer making process that they decided to use the refuse of that process to make some sort of edible product, which I'm not too sure was a great idea, but I'm sure somebody was desperate for money and thought, I know, I'll make a yeast extract rich in B vitamins, and it's a vegan spread. So strike two. And I also don't know, it's supposed to wake up your taste buds. Now, full disclosure, I've had a very little amount of coffee. I have most of my coffee still here. I have another cup of black coffee just in case. And then I have a whole bunch of what looks like candy in the reserves for when this goes down. So, yeah, wish me luck. I don't know what this is going to taste like. I want to do the good old sniff test first. It doesn't actually smell bad, but it doesn't smell good. It doesn't smell like this is something I want to eat. But here we go. We'll give it a try. Oh. Oh. Um, now that well, all right, I've had half a piece of toast with heavy salted butter and today's non-sponsor, Marmite. Courtesy of the kind folks at Holden Distributing over in the UK and Europe. This is not the worst thing that I've eaten on this show. It is 100% not the best thing I've eaten on this show, but it does not. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. You know, when I wake up in the morning and I think, man, I'm famished. What shall I break my fast with this early morn? I don't believe this would ever come to mind. The back of the jar says, wake up your taste buds. Put the oomph in your breakfast. Who on earth is doing that for breakfast? There's only one place that this substance should be, and that is on people eating it as a challenge. This is not... Look. Oh, it hits you every once in a while. But it is not the worst thing. And a thick slab of butter really helps. Really helps. All right. Thank you, Nick and Torino. What a treat that was. To wake up with such high expectations. No, okay, I'll tell you the story. I was about to walk out the door, and I begrudgingly went back and said, I have to get 2 pieces of bread and a half a stick of butter, because I promised that I would try the Marmite on the show. And I have been ignoring it all morning. I was on a phone call until basically 11 o'clock. I was making the toast while I was on the phone call, which was a great distraction from the inevitability that was the Marmite. But that's not the worst thing I've eaten. And if I was visiting Phil Lane in Europe and I was staying over at his house and he walked out with a piece of toast and butter and put it in front of me for breakfast and said, here you go, John. Good morning. I would eat it with a grateful heart because it could be worse. It could 100% be worse. So, hey, not thumbs up for Marmite. If you don't have to, don't do it. But it is not the worst thing that you could possibly eat, especially the things that I've had to eat on this show. It's not the worst thing that I've eaten. It's not something that I will probably eat again. So maybe we'll save this for when the Europeans come to visit and make them feel like they're at home. That's a one and done situation is what that is. That's a one and done situation. So